Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today's video is going to be about me using my newly picked up Marc Jacobs product. Here recently I picked up the bronzer, which is the Tantastic bronzer. I've heard so many good things about this bronzer, and also the Fantasine eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to do a look using both of these products. I'm also going to be using the Hourglass Veil mineral powder, and I'm going to be using a new Kevyn Aucoin Blush that I picked up. Now, I was doing a live a couple of weeks ago and I made the comment about how I know a lot of YouTubers and a lot of beauty influencers have had trouble with the Shamless foundation by Marc Jacobs. And I made the comment that I actually made it work for me. Now, in that comment, I had a lot of people DM me and say, can you show us how you made it work? So that's the foundation that I'm going to be using today. I have just a small sample that I got from Sephora. I definitely, even though I can make it work for me and it wears fine throughout the day, and I'm going to show you how I do that because I have worn it before, this is not a foundation by any means that I would go out and buy. And the reason being is because I find it incredibly difficult to put on. There are so many more foundations out there that you can just put on your skin very easily, even with your fingers, with a brush, with a sponge, with anything, and it's just quick, easy to put on, no problem, wears great. This foundation is not like that. While I can make it look good and I can wear it and it wears well throughout the day, it is horrible to apply, and you're gonna see when I start to do it. And I'm hoping today that I can get it to work. I have gotten it to work before in the past, but it's definitely not a foundation that I reach for. It is something I would not go out and purchase because of that fact. But I did want to show you and show the people that are interested in that I can make it work. So we are going to get started doing that right now. Okay, so we're up close and personal. I have already done my skincare, including sunscreen. And the way that I have done in the past with working, now like I said, this is the Marc Jacobs Shamless foundation. Like I said, I have a small sample size from Sephora and I have it in medium Y 390. And I think if I remember correctly that this color I can make it work. So that's what we're going to be using. First, I'm going to prime my skin with the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Hydrating. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on my hands and I'm putting it all over my face. Now, per usual, my mirror is right here. So if you see me looking like this, and I need to kind of straighten it up so I can see myself, that is because I'm looking in the mirror. I am gonna start by taking this foundation, and I just have a little palette right here. I'm putting it out on the palette, and it is a little dark, but I think I can make it work. I'm taking a damp beauty blender, and I'm just gonna dab in. And the way that I have found that I have to do this is I have to apply it in one section at a time. So I have to keep working with this section right here because it sets, or it just, I don't even know if set is the right word. It doesn't budge. And this color is a little dark, so I'm going to take it down. I'm just slowly working my way around the face. Like I said, it's not the greatest color for me. It's a little dark, but I did not want to mix it with anything because I want you to get like a full, see how it works. Now, as you can see, I still have some redness showing through. You can still see my sunspot. So I'm going to take some more of that foundation. And I'm going to specifically work right there to try to build it up some to cover that up. Okay, so foundation is on. It's definitely not like how I like to look. It's very dewy right through here, and I still have some redness showing through that I'm going to try to cover up with some concealer. So I'm going to go in with some concealer. This is the Flower Beauty Concealer. I have been loving this concealer. I'm going to actually put some right there on that sunspot and on some of that redness. Next up is going to be setting my face, and I'm using the Hourglass Veil Mineral Powder. Y'all, this stuff is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I cannot even tell you how beautiful this stuff is. This is not what I used last time to set this foundation. I can't remember what I used, but this powder is so beautiful that it has to work, because it works with everything, right? So, okay, now I'm going in with bronzer, and like I said, I'm using this Beauty by Marc Jacobs. This is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'm taking my favorite bronzer brush. I actually ordered the Marc Jacobs bronzer brush to use with this, and I did not like it. I'm going back to my beloved MAC, and I'm just gonna kind of warm the face up. But yeah, I love this brush. This is like my favorite. Definitely my go-to brush for bronzer. So I don't know what I'm going to use that Marc Jacobs one for. Yeah, I don't know. It's a great brush, but it's just not good for bronzer. I feel like it picks up way too much product. Okay, so now that the face is bronzed up, I'm going to carve out a little contour using that same Hourglass powder. Just going to put some, set my under eye good, and like I said, carve out a little bit of contour there. I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and get rid of it. Okay, moving on to blush, and I recently picked up one of the new Kevyn Aucoin Neo Blush in the, oh, dropped it, in the shade Pink Sand, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to swirl my brush around there and put some of this on the cheeks. So pretty. I've been having kind of issues with blush lately. I feel like they haven't really been very pigmented or haven't really been picking up much color, and this has made me fall in love with blush again. So I am going to prime my eyes with the e.l.f. primer, y'all. I love this primer. I'm just dabbing it on my lids, rubbing it in with my fingers. Now I'm going to jump off camera, do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, so eyebrows are done. Now I'm going in with what I consider to be the star of the show, which is this gorgeous palette. Y'all, I am loving this palette. So first I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go in with that lightest shade to just kind of set this primer good. Next, I'm taking a Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to go in with that very next shade right there. And this is going to be my first crease color. I'm just laying this down in the crease. And of course a little above because I have hooded eyes. I'm taking a Sigma E38, a little more precise brush, and I'm going to go in with this pink shade right here. Just a little deepening up the crease. And I'm going to go down kind of in that outer V. Next, I'm going to take this very last color, and this is going to go all across the lid. Just like that. Laying it down flat across the lid. And now you don't have to do all this, but I want to use every shade in this palette so you can see how pretty they go on, the color payoff you get. I want you to see all that. So next up, I'm going to take, let me find me a brush. I'm going to take this E44 in this darkest brown shade, and this is just going to go kind of in this outer V right here. And then I'm taking my first Wet n Wild brush and I'm just going to blend. Next up, I'm taking a flat e.l.f. brush and I am just going in with this coppery shade right here. And this is going to be on the outer part of the lid. Just kind of building that color up like that, laying that color down. Next, I'm taking a Morphe M421 and I'm going in with this pink color right in the center. Putting that on that flat brush, and that's just going to be built up right on that first half. And then I'm going to build up that coppery part. I want them to meet kind of in the center. Taking a smaller Coastal Scents brush, I'm going in with that darkest brown, and I really want to make sure that's right here in the outer V. And then it's time to do some blending. Make sure everything is well blended. I'm going to take a Lancome eyeliner and I'm going to put this on the lower lash line. And then on the upper lash line. Take a smudge brush and go in with this pink color and smudge out the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with this frosty pink right here, and that is going to be the inner corner highlight right there. I'm going to mist my face and do a little bit of highlight. So I'm misting my face with the MAC Fix Plus. Woo! And I am going to highlight with my Becca Parisian Lights. And I am using a IT brush. This is a 108. Now I'm gonna pop off camera, curl my lashes, do my mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Mascara is done. One thing I forgot to do is I wanted to take my Wet n Wild Reserve My Cabana on this e.l.f. brush, and I just want to kind of put it right in here to kind of give me some brightness. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I've really been liking the way it's looked. Okay, moving on to lipstick. I was unsure about what I wanted to do. I have this pink by Marc Jacobs called Georgie Girl, but I think, let's put it as a swipe. I'm not really sure it's, I think this eye look is a little too warm for a pink like that. So I'm going to take that off. I think I've never worn this yet. This is Fuel by Urban Decay. I think I'm going to try that. So I'm going to line my lips first with In the Nude by Essence. What do we think about that? I think that's nice. So I am going to take my hair down and back up a little bit and kind of give you all my final thoughts on these products. Okay, I'm back. So, first off, let's talk about the foundation. Like you saw as I was applying it, it's not the easiest to apply. I think the finish turned out pretty good. And I can tell you from my experience, it wears fine on me. I have no breakups. It really looks good throughout the day. Would I go out and purchase it? Like I said in the beginning, no, because it's complicated. It is not the easiest thing to apply. I have to work with it. You saw me working with it on the video. It's just too much. Let's talk next about the Hourglass. I know this is not necessarily what this video is about, but this powder, OMG. If I could have one powder for the rest of my life, this would be it. I can use it to set my face. I can use it to set my under eye. I can use it to carve out my contour. It is absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love it. My biggest problem now is I'm afraid I'm not going to be reaching for any more of my powders because I want to reach for this one all the time. Moving on to bronzer. While this is a gorgeous packaging and it is a really good bronzer, I don't think it's any better than, say, the Butter Bronzer or any other bronzer that I use. Am I glad I purchased it? I probably could have done without it if I'm being totally honest. I mean, I'm going to use it. I'm glad I have it, but it's just not something that I think I'm definitely in the minority because I know everybody else on YouTube thinks this is great. It's nice, but it's not any better than the other bronzers out there. Next, the Kevyn Aucoin Blush. Ooh, y'all, this stuff is good. This stuff is pretty. Look at it on my cheeks. I may have picked up another color because I loved this one so much. Now, the star of the show, as far as I'm concerned, is this palette. I love this palette. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm not sure I really care about those shades. But y'all, it is so beautiful and it looks so beautiful on the eyes. I have really been wearing this a lot. I've been enjoying it. I think it's so, so pretty. I love these pink shades for summer. I think it's gorgeous. I think I will be wearing this a lot. You can definitely, the shimmers are gorgeous, but you could definitely play them up even more by wetting your brush, using some Fix Plus. It's gorgeous. I love it. This one I really don't feel like I need to talk about anymore because I put it in the favorites, but I am loving the Becca Parisian Lights highlighter. I'm wearing it. It is gorgeous. So yeah, so that is this video. I hope you liked this look. I hope it was informative. If you were thinking about picking up some of these products, maybe this helped you decide. And so let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, introducing yourself below. I would love to get to know you. And as always, I hope this video finds you having a fantastic day and a great week. And I will see you all very soon. Bye, y'all.